Um, we're ready when you are.
We're good to go.
Start?
Yeah.
Unleash the hounds, Jalen.
Got it.
Unleash the poodles.
We're just going to start the meeting.
Are the poodles running free range? Yeah, free range.
Oh man, all those jokes with Trump and.
I guess we're recording. I can't tell.
I guess we are.
So you should start, please.
Yeah. If you could share the live stream from YouTube, I can share that out as well. Hello, social support. Hello, SUMO. We have a special guest today with our weekly or every 3-week postmortem and preview meetings synced with social support. We had an awesome launch with Firefox 60 on May 9th or May 10th. And had a couple of SUMO days, so Roland and I are here to tell you about some of the issues that were found in both the forums and
that we all found.
If you have anything to add, please do so, and we will be happy to have you add that to the agenda. So yeah, you go right on ahead. Roland, what did you find in Firefox 60?
Let's start with the easy stuff.
Easy stuff
Firefox for Android, version 60. So we found a bug in the early days of 60.0 for Android, aka Fennec, which was 2 fingers momentum scroll was not working. So we fixed that bug and we issued a dot release 60.0.1 1 week later. We have a fix, a partial fix for the moving on, so that was one problem that was found. Moving on, another problem that was found, or that has been found since 59, Firefox 59 for Android, was the Samsung S8, S8 Plus, Note 8, upgrade certain variants of those phones when they were upgraded to Android 8, which is also known as Oreo, because we have to have confusing names, code names. When the S8s and Note 8s upgraded to Oreo, crash Firefox. We're not sure what the problem is. We have a partial fix in 60. I believe the crash rate is still not great. If you look at bug, what was that bug? How come it's so slow, my computer? Oh, if you look at bug 1460989, you'll see that we have a fix for 62, which I don't think it made back to 60. And we are still looking at this. If you are a contributor and you can consistently crash, or an employee and you can consistently crash your Samsung S8, S8 Plus, or Note 8, and you're running Android and Firefox, any version of Firefox, but preferably 60 or above, please let me know. Send us the crash stats or whatever. Find me on IRC or Slack or email, and or post a contributor forum thread. Is anyone else aware of any Firefox for Android 60 issues that I have missed? But those are the ones that I'm aware of, the major ones. We have the usual ones, which I won't go into. But if there's anything else, please let us know. Please let me know, particularly.
Yes, so Rowan is your guy for all of the mobile product issues that you need some further investigation. We will do this together.
I'm your man. I'm your man. Well, I've been working in Firefox for Android since 2012, so I guess I should know a little bit by now, eh? But it is a big product, big-ish, not as big as desktop, so it does have many areas that I could not know. And Android has super fragmented variety of handsets, form factors, and operating system versions, so there's many things that I possibly may not know, or that I'm unaware of, even though I've been working on this thing for 6 years. And yes, I have worked at Firefox for iOS, and I will continue to work at all the other mobile products, including Firefox for iOS, Focus, Clar. Firefox or Fire TV, and anything else that we come up with.
You bet.
Can we move on to desktop then?
Sure, we'll move on to desktop. So I opened up the support forum thread that we started, or that Philip started back a couple weeks ago. And
Yep.
there's a couple of features that came out in 60 that I just wanted to go over one more time.
Yeah, go for it.
So for example, in his first bullet point, he's got cookies and website data have been consolidated to a single section in the preferences. So you might find that in the your default clear the cache feature, there's a couple of extra check marks. So cookies and website data have been consolidated into one. So website data sometimes can be stuff that needs to be saved in your cache for the functionality of that website, but cookies can also be used to save customizations or add work or logins in cookies. So it's no longer possible to delete individual cookies, but I think you can still do this in the what's it called, the control center, where you go in and you click on the little icon and go through and delete individuals from security panel. So that's still there. Pocket stories came out. There was in social. I don't know if this kept happening for people, if there was a fix. From what I understand, some new tab pages were blank after the upgrade, and they couldn't see pocket stories or the little gear icon. This happened when someone had about new tab customized. So if they had previously gone in and changed that in the about configuration, they may have not have seen the pocket or what's it called? What did they call it? They called it
Pocket stories. Is this in fact a Firefox bug, or is this a Firefox bug that was uncovered by users customizing new tab?
So that I don't know. I can't find a bug for it. I did get confirmation that it did happen. This was a possibility that it was happening from ASA. I'll follow up with them to try to get the bug number for it. I don't know if there's, so when you do change the about configuration, there is a risk that it won't work by default anymore. So when you do upgrade, there is that risk of changing specific about configurations that you do want to take consideration. There is a warning when you do change it. The thing though is that I think there were add-ons that changed that tab page as well, but I don't know if they were supported in Firefox. Well, when did web extensions come out? 58 or
57.
57? Sorry.
Sorry.
No, that was one of the issues that I know that I saw. If anyone else saw any other issues around that, please feel free to add that. There was another one a couple days ago about, and I don't know how important this one was, but in sandboxing, this may have been an issue for a couple of versions where Firefox sandboxing can prevent some fonts from loading, I think in Windows machines. That was fixed in 58 and 59, so if you do see that, make sure that the user is updated. There were two other, so Symantec distress plan is going on in this certified issue. So if you see anyone with Mozilla pickaxe error, additional policy constraint failed, or sec error unknown issuer, that's going to be
Our favorite error message.
Yeah, that comes up a lot.
We should fix that error message as user not friendly.
Yeah, so then you go in and you check the certificate issuer to see if it's
Yeah.
What else is going on? Windows 10 third-party sticky passwords tool got updated, and the April update is crashing. So there's some issues for users who have third-party password managers. There's also, Alice put in this thread that as additional information to the website and cookie data being merged, the article has been updated where it's no longer possible to select delete cookies individually. So if you want to, so it's called the storage inspector, that control center permissions. So sorry for getting those two words mixed up. The other feature, if you have a feature for that, if you have a setting in that feature where if you delete cookies on close, it looks like it's the same. Okay, yeah, sorry for not reading this in detail before, but there may have also been a driver regression for the
Yeah.
Radon 480X, and you see crashes. There's a couple of bugs that were reported in crash reports in the forums that if you see don't have permission to, please do post about that, and we can try to gather more information. Usually, if something has been fixed, you want to best case scenario, ask them to download beta to see if it's already been fixed. While you do wait for more information from a bug that is closed. Usually those are security bugs. You can't disclose too much information there, but I know that some users that are indeed there on this call can access that. But that's all I found. So that's what was posted in the forum so far from what I saw. What did you see, Roland, in the Firefox desktop?
What did I see? I like listening to you talk. That's what I saw. No,
Talking a lot.
hold on. Oh, here we go. Well, we had 6001, because, yeah. So in week number 1, we had this crazy garbage collection problem, which was well documented by Philip and other people. We had also a bug about language changes to English for some non-Japanese non-English locales reported by Japanese users and MKLL who could do both. And then, so we did a 6001 May 17th. Since then, we have found nothing. There were issues with the Honey add-on, if I recall correctly, and was it the Reddit add-on? But I'm not sure. Does anybody know what happened there? I don't think those are actually Firefox issues. But if anybody does have any updates on the Honey add-on or the Reddit add-on, please put it in the contributor forum thread. I'm going to take all the bugs that we discussed today for desktop and Fennec and all the issues that we discussed today, and I will summarize them on a wiki page. 2 wiki pages, one for Fennec 60, one for Firefox for Android 60. I already have these. You might have encountered these wiki pages. I've been maintaining them since the release. So, but yeah, I may have missed, again, just like Fennec, and even worse on desktop, there may be many issues that I don't know about, particularly on Linux, because I only use Windows and Mac. Don't get me wrong, I love Linux, but it's not where most of our users are. Most of them are Windows on desktop. So, yes, as a matter of fact, did you know that I've been using Unix? Unix, it was called, since 1984, since before a lot of you were born. You see, that's the cackling old man laugh. All right, so yeah, I don't have anything else. I mean, Rachel, you keep going. Rachel has a document, which I'm going to summarize in the wiki page that I just talked about. And I will post the links to the wiki page on our Firefox for Android 60 release thread in the Consumer Contributor Forum and our Firefox for Desktop 60 SUMO Contributor Forum release thread started by Philip. I think that about covers it. I don't have anything else new that Rachel doesn't know. We've had the usual sync stuff. I would love to have a sync technical expert emerge from the community. Someone who's willing to collate all the sync issues across all the clients. So the clients are desktop, Firefox, Fennec, and Firefox for iOS. It would be super great if someone could summarize those issues. Otherwise, I guess I'm going to have to. For those who are familiar with sync, Firefox account sync, it is very nuanced. There are different versions of sync software on different Firefoxes, and sometimes that makes it difficult to figure out what's going on. And it is a server-based server, it's a cloud-based service operated by Mozilla. So you can have all the issues that a cloud-based service can have, like denial of service on the cloud, which thankfully never happens, or hardly ever happens, like the cloud going down, also hardly ever happens. Oh, I don't know. Stuff. outages, if we find a security bug on the software that Firefox account uses. I mean, there's just all kinds of possible things. So it's a more complicated beast.
Yeah, you make a really good point, Roland, and I'm sorry if I'm interrupting, but
Oh, please interrupt me because I interrupt you all the time.
We'll do it together. No, it's just part of conversation, right? So this is relevant because it's the sync verification email FAQs. This is when your sync account has been locked. I know that there are a couple of ways that people may have been asking how to fix this. So I just wanted to go over it with the social team so they know what's going on. So this is a sync verification email that we're considering adding the troubleshooting parts to an article that already exists for frequently asked questions for sync. So when a user tries to reset their email or they are trying to verify their sync account and they get a bounced message from the email, they will receive this error message. Your email was returned. Do you have a mistyped email? And then there's a warning that says that when you do reset your password, know that your data previously synced is no longer accessible because it's encrypted. So there's 3 troubleshooting steps I would recommend. Make sure that accounts@firefox.com email is not flagged as spam. Add it to your address book so that it is a trusted email. And then wait again to do this again within 24 hours if you have been locked. So for example, if you see this message, it means that your account's been locked. That means that you've tried to reset your password too many times in a short period. So usually within 24 hours, if you do nothing, it will no longer be flagged and you can try it again. However, if you haven't fixed the issue that's keeping the email from being received, then you're just going to run into the same problem. So have them do the troubleshooting steps, wait 24 hours, and then try to do it again. But the other thing you need to remember is that if they are resetting their password, it's a great opportunity to let them know their data needs to be backed up. There is a link in this article that is templated to request further investigation on behalf of the user. Sometimes users don't want to use a Bugzilla account, so I did ask in the sync channel yesterday what might be an alternative to considering an email address, but based on the experience of not having an email email support in general, that's something we can talk further about. Open to ideas. But yeah, if there's any questions, I'm going to take a look in IRC and Telegram. It looks like there is a social support Mosaians group if you are interested in joining. But there's one other issue that was brought up in the meeting. Sorry to jump around a little bit here, but I think Christoph shared this. It's the tech support because I was having video lag problems when streaming on Microsoft 10. They couldn't fix it for Firefox or Chrome, but no problem in Edge. Okay, so it looks like you are saying that there is a streaming videos issue, and one of the examples is YouTube. They couldn't provide an example. We do have a troubleshooting article, fix common okay, so you already tried that, and confirming whether or not they actually tried it. Hi, so none of this works. Okay, so she confirmed that these troubleshooting tips didn't work. Usually with streaming issues, you want to go in and troubleshoot HTML5 video, plugins. I'm going to change this to Windows 10. So from here, you can kind of take a look that there's clearing the cache, updating plugins, allowing plugin container to work, and then disabling other extensions that might be blocking ad software. Looks like that didn't work though. The other thing you might want to try is drivers. Make sure that their video drivers are updated, and then make sure their hardware acceleration, try to disable that to see if the streaming will help. Yeah, so check that out. It looks like there's 3 more replies here. Asking for video errors, asking for it being out of audio and video or slowly out of sync. Okay, so that could be network related as well. Check to see if they have an antivirus installed, or if they have what is a network So drivers, network, and
that's what I wanted to mention about the bug 1461332, language changes to English for some known locales, the Japanese thing that I talked about, the MKLL found. Guess what? That's caused by antivirus, Kaspersky. So please make sure you're always running the latest version. Yeah, 1461332. Wow, you're fast. Please make sure you always run the latest version of your antivirus. If Firefox stops working, I don't know. If you're on Windows, temporarily switch to Windows Defender and see if that fixes your problem. I've never had an issue with non-Firefox working. Sorry, I've never had an issue with the latest version of Microsoft's Windows, with the latest version of Microsoft's Windows Defender, with antivirus interfering with Firefox. However, every release we get, it's like a random thing. Randomly, one antivirus breaks Firefox, it seems. This release is turned with Kaspersky. But yeah, I mean, it's for this video issue, I'm not sure, but it's possible.
okay, cool. So I added bug 1146132, and I added the recommendations for video.
Yep.
You had mentioned, Roland, earlier a honey add-on issue. Can you talk about that a little bit more? I don't think
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know more than that. So there was honey, some add-on called honey, which is to like get deals, or honey gets you like discount codes.
Oh yeah.
And for some reason it wasn't working. I don't really know the details. Sorry. If anyone has details, please post in the document or on Philip's Firefox for Desktop 60 desktop contributor forum thread. There was honey add-on, and there was the add-on that Reddit users use that was having issues. Unfortunately, that's all I got. I do not have full details. But if anyone has full details, please post them in the social support meetings document or in the SUMO contributor forum thread for Firefox 60.
I'm going to check. Is there any other questions or any other issues that people in the call might want to ask while they're here? Is anyone excited about the Google Play Review sprint this weekend?
It starts on Saturday.
And they're having a whole bunch of pizza. I'm so excited for you. I'm going to check in Telegram and IRC if there's any questions. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, we do have a couple of people here. If you would like, you can introduce yourself, or I will just say hello and thank you very much for joining. It's very exciting to have you here. Thank you. There are a couple of questions that I have. So there's a, Sam, I don't know if you're on the call. If you'd like to speak a little bit about the Trello board that you've been working on, we can talk about some of the use cases if you'd like. I can share what he's got here for people who are watching this later. We can do one more share. I'll share it here on the screen. Okay. Let's back up. And then we have this. So I'll open this up. So this is a Mozilla Social Support Trello board. I believe that it might.
Oh, cool.
So this is a first attempt. We're still finding what it's going to be used for. It sounds like there's a couple of different ways we can use this. It's triaging support issues into bug issues and collaborating this way. So there's about 15 people who are currently active in the buffer my reply tool. Thank you for all of your help. Siam has put this together. There's a couple of boards here that say, please read the notes before digging in. The contents of this board are for NDA Mozillians. If you are interested in answering, so there's TweetDeck, and we have a recommended search in Twitter to find tweets that are support tweets to respond to. We still have to do a little bit of triaging. There is a new feature where we can export tweets from reply that have a list of tweets to work from collaboratively. So this is in an attempt to
That's cool.
have it's an attempt to have TweetDeck but working together. So I don't know if so the tags would be NDA because having access to the tool would be very helpful to understand the context of tagging. But perhaps we can add these lists of tweets that need responses to. For this particular board, this is for different. I think this is for English for now. Select the tag you're comfortable with and then answer questions from there. Right now there's a main tag, help me tag, that you can go in and have queries with issues that we have common responses for. Keywords like CPU, RAM, Firefox is slow, or common responses that we have prepared for you. Safe mode, video troubleshooting issues, certificate issues.
Wow, this looks cool. That's a lot of work. Thank you.
Yeah, it's a work in progress. So right now we've got a couple of steps. It looks like you select the tag you're working on. The team inbox is stuff that's in progress, and then stuff where people need some help, and then completed stuff. So this is help needed. There's a link there you can check out. There's a link buffer that needs some help. You can go in if you're interested in collaborating together on that, and then you can assign yourself. So as you can see, there's 2 people that have been assigned to that first tag. So it's kind of an ongoing workflow. If you have questions, there is a ask in Telegram. It's synced up with the Slack channel. It's also synced up with the IRC channel. You may have gotten the email address or the email that I sent out last night. So it bridges from Slack to Telegram, and then from Telegram to IRC, but IRC does not sync with Slack. So please do be careful with stuff that you do share in Telegram. Even though it's shared from Slack to Telegram, usually any message from Slack to Telegram will not go to IRC. But do know that if you are trying to talk to someone in IRC, that they won't get that message. This is just a security issue just be careful with the information that's shared, because I know that channel is locked. I don't think there's any, there was an email that came out earlier this week. It's the DNS HTTPS. Roland, do you know much about the SHIELD study that they talked about in the, maybe?
It's just a study. It's just only a limited number of people get it. Again, I don't know the details, but I don't think it's a big deal. Like in terms of potential support issues or anything like that.
Yeah. This is for Bugzilla. So I don't know if that's not really an example of a bug. So that would be an example here. If you've completed it, it would stop there. If there are issues that have been completed but we can't figure out what's wrong, then we can start a new bug. And that's a list that we triage. So if you can confirm a bug, you would move it over to this second list. And then if you need some help filing a bug, you would add the bug to the card and then move it over. I'm not sure what the locales are. Maybe we can work on that a little bit and kind of clean up that process. But it looks pretty cool. We still need to add some instructions to this. So we will do another iteration and get that cleaned up. It looks like Roland, if you'd like to join, I can grab the Trello link for you. Um, so thank you for listening in. Still check out the help me tag for now. If you do see anything that you need help with, please feel free to add a note and assign it to a moderator, or check out the Telegram group to ask any questions that you might need some help troubleshooting. We have some really, really awesome community members that are online. And I just also wanted to take time to say thank you very much. You make this a lot of fun. And
Yes, thank you.
it's really great to troubleshoot and work on Firefox issues together. So thank you. Um, if there's any other questions, I know that Christoph is working on a tips and tricks for reply with Jonathan that's in the process of being published. If you want to add anything to the newsletter for next month, please feel free to reach out. We love having community-generated content. If it's a blog post, if it's just a couple of tweets you want to share, it's really great to hear from you because it's amazing some of the things that you get to see. If you do check out the newsletter from this month, there's a list of tweets that have been gathered that also show up around the Mozilla office of users that are really excited to use Firefox. If you're looking for a positivity boost, check that out. I can share the collection list if you'd like to see it in a different format. We love having you. Thank you so much for joining. I'm going to check in IRC and Telegram one more time before we close off the meeting. I didn't see anything added to the list, so I will give time back to you and your lovely, wonderful weekend right before any pizza parties you may be going to, or maybe.
Yes, happy Sprint. And yes, thank you in advance for those people who are going to have the time, the energy to help us with the Android, Google Play Store, Fennec reviews. Sprint, starting Saturday for a week. Thank you. I'll put a link in the to the Sprint in where will I put it? I'll start a thread which will link to a discourse thread or whatever the official Open Innovation Sprint forum is, which I think is discourse. Okay. Ciao. Tschüss. Vielen Dank. Merci beaucoup. Bye.